Hello friends, it's Thomas Daniel, the Swamp King here with a little bit of Let's Play action for you. We're actually going to be playing through Whisperwood. Before we get started, I'd like to thank a big shout out to Newton's Fresh Apple Cider. Newton's, the only thing I had in my fridge. Cheers. So, Whisperwood was a game made by the following amazing people. Tim Quozo, Brian Holland and Brian Fairbanks as part of Asylum Jam for 2016. If you want to find out more about Asylum Jam, you can check that out on the internet, but the basic premise is a short period of time to make a game, and it has to contain no negative mental health stereotypes, which is fantastic. So, what we're expecting here is a kind of click adventure with a bunch of words in it. Hopefully there are some good words. In my dreams, I'm sailing on the wind, adrift between the pines. Clouds roll overhead, heralding the dusk. I'm a child held by an unseen raven, cawing in the waning sunlight. An ancient thing stirs in the forest. A sharp breath catches in my throat. And then I wake up. Ugh. What time is it? Have I been asleep? Have we been asleep? I sit up on the couch, rub my eyes. The lounge is dimly lit by the lamp in the corner. I must have slept through the sunset. Christ! Oh, I don't know, am I like Gargoyle? I'll just be me for now. Christ, I don't even remember laying down. This is going to be a long one. The coffee table is littered with candy wrappers. A half-empty bottle of soda sits next to the TV remote and my phone. Well, I am thirsty. Hectic case of cottonmouth. Hectic. That's not what you want. Alright. White leather sofa. Wide Moroccan rug laid out over the woolen carpet. Wall-mounted TV. Super expensive sound system. This is I guess where I am right now, so I'm kind of in the lounge room. I should check my phone. That's like a good survival tool. Shit, it's after 9. When the hell did I fall asleep? I unlock the screen and read over Leanne's message from earlier. Leanne. Alright, so we know more people. Sarah. I guess that's us. So we're Sarah. Says, thanks again for coming on short notice. I'm sorry we weren't here to see you. John told me last minute that he had to collect some books from work, so we had to leave for dinner earlier than I thought. I promise we'll catch up and chat about the opening at the firm next time. There is money on my dresser upstairs for dessert. Fuck. I love dessert. We told Bailey if he is good, then you'll order in ice cream. Ooh. We'll be back around 1. I'll tell you your mum, you say hi. Love, Leanne. Alright, so introduced to a couple of different characters there. And Bailey, so we're taking care of Bailey. Alright, I slipped my phone into my pocket. Shitty service this far out of town anyway. We're back into the lounge room. Well, I guess we better find this Bailey and maybe consume ice cream. I stand up, dizzy, brush my hair out of my face. Bailey, I call out to the boy. We'd been planning on watching a movie, but the TV isn't even on. Why did he wake me up? Or why didn't he wake me up? Urge. Alright. Is he getting candy in the kitchen? Drawing on the walls again. I don't know. I like to think Bailey's probably a little bit older than drawing on the walls, but he's probably going after that big candy action. I step into the kitchen. It always smells like lemongrass in here. The backlights on the stove reflect gently off the marble countertop, but it's dark. I can see the pines swaying in the wind through glass doors leading to the deck. He's not here. Bailey, my voice catches in the dark, a muted echo. Well, I should make sure he didn't raid the fridge. What if he's in the fridge? Fuck, that would be hectic. Maybe he's in the hall. Is he hiding under the table? That's where I would be. I remember when John bought this table. It looks like someone just carved a slice off a massive pine tree and polished it up. Leanne was so worried Bailey would hurt himself on all these uneven edges. There is a bag with a tub of ice cream sitting on the table next to some scattered envelopes. Ooh. Could go a bit of ice cream. Yeah, why didn't we put it in the freezer? I opened the bag. Fuck, it's melting everywhere. Fuck, ruined. Doesn't look like we even ate any. What a waste. I could have sworn we did. Bailey's going to be upset. Chocolate and vanilla is his favourite. Alright. Scattered envelopes. Well, no, we shouldn't read the mail, but I leaf through the envelopes. Looks like Leanne and John loved their junk mail. Only a couple of real letters. John got something from Boston. Oh, jeez. Fuck. Whoa. Weird letterhead, that's for sure. Dear Mr. Campbell. Okay, Campbell. In regards to your recent inquiries, I'll ask you to please cease and desist. I understand that both my colleagues and I have told you more than once that all the questions you have about the history of Coral Cove and the surrounding woods can be found on Wikipedia, the most reliable source. There is nothing more to Candace Wheatley than you already know, so let me reiterate. She died in Coral Cove in 1688. Historians suspect it was typhoid. No charges were ever laid against her. No charges were never laid against her. So charges were laid against her. I think that's a typo. If it weren't for your revered reputation at Harvard, I'd not be wasting my time with you. We are serious about what we do. We don't pay credence to folk tales that stigmatize our beliefs and practices. Kind regards, Bill Van Stry? Theosophical Society of Massachusetts. Oh, that must be about John's pet project, sure. John's into some curious things. Leanne got something from AT&T. That's probably boring. I really shouldn't snoop. Alright. He might be down here. Is that under the table? No, just a forest of deeply polished shell eggs. Alright. Door to the deck is locked, right? Well, what is on the deck? Floor-to-ceiling glass doors lead out onto the redwood deck. I can see the pines swaying outside. The deadbolt is locked. Bailey isn't out there. What if he is? Now he's locked out. That's a plausible explanation. Alright. You could use some fresh air. Alright. Whoa! Fuck, that was hectic. Look at this thing. Oh, damn. Oh, it gave me a bit of a shock. I gasp, turn around, my back pressed against the cool glass of the door. Fuck me! What was that? I stared through the half dark, searching for the source of the noise. I think it came from Bailey's room. Well, let's check it out. I dash through the hall and into Bailey's room. Bailey, I look around. The nightlight is on. His bed is empty, and there are shards of glass scattered over the carpet before the broken window. The fuck? I mutter, a peculiar mix of anger and anxiety twists in my gut. Oh, what the hell happened? I'm careful to step around the broken glass, wind from the forest outside blowing in and whipping my hair about my face. I can't see a rock or a brick or anything. What broke it? Bailey, I call out into the darkness. Are you there? The pines sway in the breeze. There's no way he's out there. All the doors are locked. He's only 4. Okay, so he's 4. He's only 4. He couldn't throw anything hard enough to break this window. Oh, there's no way he's out there. He must be somewhere else. Christ, I don't know. I think we should check. I grit my teeth. So cold. There are jagged shards of glass still sticking out on the windowsill. Oh, I don't want to go out there. I place my hands carefully on the windowsill and start lifting myself through. Wait a sec. I lower myself and take out the soda bottle. I grip it backwards in my fist and use the bottom to knock out the rest of the broken glass. That's safer. Oh, I'm so smart. I tossed the bottle aside and climbed through the window onto the soft earth outside. Man, my thirst has saved me once again. This will be a fun thing to explain. Bailey, I lick my lips and step further away from the house. I'm shivering. Bailey, are you out there? I'm not mad, I promise. God, I feel ridiculous. There is no way a 4-year-old managed to get out of the house and then somehow smash that window in. But, like, what else could it be? Alright, this definitely. Is that a frog? It was. Fuck. Welcome to the swamp, friends. I definitely resonate with this, this statement right here. I'm not mad, I promise. I was running away from parents, brothers and sisters when they thought, I always thought they were mad. Alright, what are we doing? I'll just look a little longer. This is one of no, I'll take a bit of a gander. See if we can find some frogs. My breath is misting. I step further away from the house. The forest is looming ahead, pine needles drifting slowly to the ground, scattered by the wind. Bailey, I cough, staggering. It's too damn cold. I shiver, dizzy. The wind picks up and blows specks into my eyes. I clamp them shut, gritting my teeth and cursing. Ah, shit. Eyes closed, staggering. I shudder inside. Ooh, it's getting spooky. The wind stops suddenly, bathing the night in silence. Oh, fuck, what's going on? Just, that's scary. It's like whispering in my ears. Quiet but for my own staccato breaths. I rub my eyes. Urgh. I spit. My mouth tastes like blood. Like, this is all just a bit scary, eh? Just chill out. I can feel a horrid chill caress my sides, like someone holding me. Someone icy. Broken nails and fur growing on ancient fingers. Fuck. I spin around, blinking through the dirt in my eyes. I remind you, I'm recording this at like 2 a.m, so this isn't great. What the fuck was that? Oh, I knew it was stupid to come out here. I run back towards the house. The soft green glow of the nightlight through the window of Bailey's room. I carefully crawl back inside, goosebumps prickling all over. I turn and look back through the window. The night is cold, empty. Pull yourself together, Sarah. Just find the kid. Let's find this idiot. The glass is mixed with Lego on the carpet. Fuck, how gas is Lego. It's cold. Night air filling the room. Curtains dancing in the soft breeze through the broken window. Is that little shit? Is he hiding under the bed? Go on my hands and knees and look under the bed. An old stuffed animal and what? Random stub of red chalk. Last thing I need is Bailey drawing all over the walls again. Let's grab that. Leanne and John will fuss over the sun before a broken window. I'll deal with this later. Alright, so we're in the hall. John's study. So we've already been outside. He wasn't in the lounge. He wasn't in the kitchen. Oh no, we didn't look in the fridge. Once again, it smells like lemongrass. Let's have a gander. Leanne got one of those big rich person refrigerators. Alright, so we are not rich, I guess, if we're using words like rich person, that are all shiny and reflective. It's a shame that there are so many flyers and papers pinned to it with alphabet magnets, not to mention the calendar. Christ, it's already September. John wants me and Mama to go to this. Go to what? There's a flyer for Coral Fest. I used to love going as a kid, but it's lame now. I should talk to someone about changing the images too. The cartoon, which is getting super old. Is it the first bold text? I think John is the only one who cares about these old stories, and he doesn't even grow up. He didn't even grow up here. Sometimes I feel like I should move out of this place. Alright. You better not have gotten that candy. Leftovers, half a cake from Leanne's birthday, about a quart of milk. I don't know how much that is. Plenty of beer, gas. Candy's untouched, also excellent. Nothing I feel like eating though. What? Ah, okay. I'm a fool. Christ, sorry, September. Well, Leanne's film has a lot of big events this month. No wonder she doesn't make it back to Coral Cove much these days. Ooh. Maybe we're in for some of that sweet, sweet John action. Let's take a look elsewhere. Maybe somewhere else. Let's take a look at John's study. I walk into John's study. The lamp by the window is on. Ooh. Sheer curtains shifting gently in an unfelt breeze. The room is half full of cardboard boxes, half library. His redwood desk is covered in books, DVDs, and a bunch of computer stuff I don't recognize. Computer stuff. The door in the corner goes to the den. I remember the last time I was here, I heard Leanne arguing with John about getting all his stuff out of the study. She wants him to focus on his work at the university and not on his pet project he has going about the old myths surrounding Coral Cove. I don't know why she hates it so much. John didn't grow up around here, I guess. Everyone born and raised in Coral Cove has heard the stories. John is super interested by them. I think it's cute. Fuck, we're into him. We want it. Bailey isn't here. Oh, I almost forgot about him. Wonder what he's packing away. I pull open one of the half-empty boxes on John's desk. It's a heap of notebooks. I sift through them. They're all dated and marked with locations. Boston, Salem, Nantucket, Hartford, Coral Cove. I would hate it if someone read my journals. But let's take a look. Ugh. I take out the journal labelled Coral Cove and flip through it to the last page about halfway through. All I can conclude is that if there were any truth to the myths about Candace Wheatley, that either nobody in the town wants to talk about her, or there exists no evidence to suggest that she was anything other than a pilgrim woman who died of typhoid. However, as stated previously, when you study the accounts from 1686, which tie Wheatley to the murders of Arthur O'Shea, Lynette Donnelly, and William White, there appear a number of inconsistencies. If Candace Wheatley died of typhoid, why is she not buried in the Wheatley plot with the rest of her family in the Coral Cove Cemetery? If Candace Wheatley wasn't tried for murders, given the bodies were found beneath her own home, the graves marked with chalk. Chalk! Ah, didn't we have got chalk before? Fuck. Who, in a settlement of 60 pilgrims, would murder 3 children in a ritualistic fashion, only to, if modern popular opinion is to believe, have the town ignore it. Lots of questions that, to me, only point to one certainty. Candace Wheatley is the Whisperwood witch. Shit. Ugh, John. I dropped the book back into the box. No wonder Leanne wants John to focus on his career. He's always been super stubborn, but he just has to listen to people who actually grew up here. Everyone in Coral Cove knows about the Whisperwood witch. Old stories about a hag who crawled out of the sea to prey on the good Christians, lures unfaithful men into the forests to eat their hearts and stay young forever, controls the minds of virgins to make them do unchristian things. She's kind of the mascot for Coral Cove. Great. You know, you're a like A+ town if your mascot is a witch who lures men into doing lures men away and controls the mind of virgins to do spooky things. Let's call that spooky. I'm pretty sure John also reads a lot about UFOs and thinks Bush did 9/11. Great. Why are we so into him? If we maybe that's we've been turned off now. All right. What are those DVDs? He's got a stack of old movies piled up next to the old computer stuff, the nondescript computer stuff. The Hills Have Eyes, Rosemary's Baby, Evil Dead, even that Twins movie where Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito are brothers. I think one of these things is not like the other. John sure does enjoy his horror flicks. Alright, computer stuff. Let's see if we can figure out what it is. I open one of the boxes that is practically bursting with hardware and cables and a big, fat monitor. A loose sheet of paper sits on top and someone has scribbled junk. Whoa, what? Pretty sure all the computer stuff Pretty sure all the computer stuff John has was gifted to him from Harvard. He almost never shuts up about being an alumni. Probably gonna be easy for Bailey to get in there one day. Sure. Alright. So we've looked maybe downstairs. The brass knob of the door is all tarnished. It's locked. I'm kind of glad. Pretty sure last time I was here, Leanne said the lights were dead down there. Must be some keys somewhere in the house though. Alright, so we've got to get some keys. So let's take a... Where haven't we seen? We looked. Bailey's bedroom. I think we've been there. Been to the study. Alright, so upstairs. I take the stairs up into the hall. I've only been here a handful of times. Feels kind of weird being here alone. Oof. Shoutouts to Newtons. The upstairs hall is dark. I can only see by the light of the moon filtering in through the window. He could be in Leanne and John's room, spare room, sitting room. Alright, we'll go reverse order. Sitting room. I walk up to the double doors. What the hell? The knobs are bound together with a rope. What is this Boy Scout shit? I can't untie this. Fuck. Boy Scouts. Maybe I can find something to cut with. Alright. No, wait, you got in here. Okay, sure. Spare room. The door to the spare room is ajar. I hope he is in here. The guest room is pristine other than the bed, which looks like it's never been slept in. There is built-in wardrobe with the mirrored doors. So we're not sleeping in the guest bedroom? Or is it saying, I guess it looks so good that it looks like it's never been slept in. I wonder why Leanne built the house with an extra room. The Campbells never have house guests. Never mentioned having another kid or anything. Mom says Leanne and John are super concerned with looks. I don't know, if they never have guests, why are they concerned? Anyway, I don't know really. Maybe Mum is jealous that Leanne has her own firm. Probably didn't help that she could afford to build a new house up here by the woods. Super expensive, and I think she must have greased some palms or something, because I always thought this was historically protected or something. Nobody else lives up here. Check the wardrobe. My own muted reflection in the mirror startles me. I shake away my fear and slide the door open. Bailey, are you hiding in here? It's empty, but for a few wire clothes hangers. And what? I bob down. It looks like mud, maybe? Smeared on the inside wall. Yeah. Mud's gas. The mud is sticky, thick between my fingers. I lift my hand to my nose and sniff. Yuck, it's foul. Like horse fur mixed with vomit, laced with piss. Jeez. It's very evocative. I wipe it off on the carpet, dragging my fingers back and forth. I stand up, swaying. My mouth tastes tangy, metallic, like blood. I slide the door shut and look in the mirror. Jeez. What's with our mouth constantly tasting like blood? Are we, get the vibe we might have bit our tongue or something. Alright. Cool. So we looked at the sitting room, the spare room. Must be in Leanne and John's room. The master bedroom is cold. A sliver of light from behind the door to the ensuite lays across the bed, covers askew, pillows on the floor. Didn't peg Leanne for the type to have a messy room, but true, that does seem out of the ordinary. Bailey, you in here? My voice hangs in the air for a moment. Bathroom. I sigh, bend over and grab the pillows on the floor, tossing them onto the bed. Don't stress, he'll be here somewhere. I run my hands through my hair and take a steady breath, still feeling kind of dizzy. It's blood loss from when we bit our tongue. I sit down on the edge of the bed and rub my eyes. Oh fuck, the wall opposite the bed is covered in chalk, scribbles and other stupid stuff. God damn it, Bailey. Your mum's gonna be pissed with me. clean that later. I hope red chalk doesn't. Oh, red chalk! Fuck. This is some ritualistic shit. The master bedroom is cold. Yep, sweet. So we'll check the bathroom. I walk into the bathroom. I squint at the light from the heat lamp on the ceiling, bathing the white tiles in a burnt orange glow. A thick granite wall separates the bathroom from the walk-in shower. Splash some water in my face. Yeah, sure. Sink is marble, black marble. Damn. Got that nut sweet aesthetic, curved and deeply polished. I turn the faucet, bend towards. Oh my gosh! I turn the faucet, bend forward, and scoop a handful of water onto my face. I look up at myself in the mirror, squinting. I look closer. When did that happen? There's a cut on my face, long but already clotted. Doesn't hurt, but looks bad. All right. So we check these places. We can't get through here. So we've got to find something, looking for a key, and we've got to find something to cut that rope. Definitely wasn't in the lounge. What about the kitchen? Anything, can we get like a knife? I could use one of these knives. Oh, look at that. Boom. I walk over to the stove and look at the knife board. That's weird. One of the knives is already missing. This does not bode well. I'll take the smaller one. Fuck, you don't bring a smaller knife to a knife fight. Alright, so we're gonna go upstairs to the sitting room. This should do the trick. The doors swing in suddenly, slamming back into the walls. Fuck. I step inside, the curtains are drawn. In the half dark, I can see a fold-out table in the corner, a bookcase laden with Leanne's law books, a long canvas with a sheet over it in the corner. No sign of Bailey. Alright. Wow, I'd love to have all these books. I wander over to the bookcase, beautifully leather-bound volumes. I hope I can get into BU next year. Don't really want to apply out in DC. I'm sure those words have some meaning. Leanne told me she might have a job for me doing admin stuff at the firm during the summer, but she keeps putting off talking to me about it. It's too dark in here to read anyway. Alright. Cheap table. Maybe that canvas is why the doors are sure. Oh no. I take the sheet by the corners and pull, letting it fall to the floor. Weird. Leanne is not an artsy person. I get down onto my knees and check it out. The fuck? I squint in the dark. It's an oil painting depicting a young woman strung up by her wrists between two trees. People in masks stand below, holding flaming torches. In the air above are baby angels, cherubs or something. But the weirdest thing is that it looks vandalized. Someone has scribbled all over it. It's hard to make out, but I think it says, "Candy, candy, demon born of clay, how many kids did you kill today?" Fuck. This isn't good. There's a note taped to the corner. Oof. It's a folded sheet of paper, held in place with tape. I unfold it. Hard to read the writing in here. John, told you so. Nobody thinks it's legit, but I have it on good authority it is. Just no idea who painted it. Excuse me. That's Candace Wheatley being strung up. She's basically your girlfriend these days, right? Ha. I know there are no official records of it, but she was tried. And the townsfolk brought her up to the woods and murdered her here the same way she murdered those kids, except for, draining her blood and drinking it. They drank her blood? According to the legend, she screamed and cursed. Her teeth filed to fangs to tear the flesh off her victims. Gushing blood, she screamed for hours after she should have been dead. Apart from the whole fang thing, though, she was a bit of a babe, don't you think? Who is this person? Greg. Greg's a bit of a horn dog. Anyway, we're not sure who, but someone eventually cut her down and buried her up there. Grave is probably unmarked, but I heard people have gone hiking in the woods, claim to have seen it, but they never know exactly where they saw it. Funny how that works. Anyway, this is worth a penny or two, so please don't damage it. See you soon. Greg must be someone from town. Maybe the Greg that owns the hardware store? Alright. Where to see such a cheap table? It's the kind of table you'd pack to go camping on a family vacation. Plastic top and dindly wooden legs. There are a couple of books dumped on top. I sift through them. Alice Through the Looking Glass, Glanville Williams, Learning the Law, Demons and Witches of Ireland. Pretty crazy reading list for the Campbell family. Oh, keys. Dope. Alright, have we done everything here? Yep, cool. Alright, so we can go back to the den, which is in John's study. Alright. I'll try the keys from upstairs. I try a couple of keys, but the third one fits. I turn the knob and the door opens. It's super dark down there. I can use my phone as a torch, I guess. I take my phone out and use it as a flashlight. I really don't want to, but I better check everywhere. It's so dark down here, even with the phone. And how is it colder than upstairs? Oh, are we underground? The right corner. I guided myself slowly to the right. A few sealed boxes of John's things from upstairs are piled in the corner, along with a cluster of dried sage. And another journal like the ones in the study. Sage? I pick up the sage. I wonder what this is doing down here. One end of it looks all burnt up. Smells good though. Yeah, I'll just take that. What else was in the row? This journal is just marked candy. I flip through the journal. His writing is more erratic, less academic. It's a whole book about Coral Cove and Candace Wheatley. Here's something. Haley sent through the diary kept by her father, Joseph O'Hara. It has in-depth discussion of Candace Wheatley's trial. She's specifically tried for witchcraft. O'Hara goes on in detail about how she claimed that she didn't murder any children. Witness testimony says that she was seen drinking blood. He basically describes a renewal ritual. Old becoming new, ancient devouring youth. This is groundbreaking stuff. Candace claims it wasn't her. She said something made her do it. A woman, Father O'Hara writes. Possessed by a hag, a woman coated in fur, stinking of horse and urine. This townsfolk, so fucking mud people. These townsfolk believe Candace Wheatley to be the Whisperwood witch, but what if she was just a puppet? There are many accounts of witches, both in America and Europe, that describe young women being forced to act strangely, even violently. Always women. It's what led so many innocent girls to being burned at the stake. But killing children and drinking blood? Wow. From what I learned about renewal rituals from society, if Wheatley had killed not... From what I learned about renewal rituals from the society, if Wheatley had killed not just one, but 3 children. It means the Whisperwood witch could still be alive. Oh, okay. Fuck, John is way too deep. If I were Leanne, I'd want him to keep all this crazy down here too. Alright. And that is marked candy, so... Like Candace? Cool. The left corner. I wander over to the left. No furniture or anything. There's a USPS parcel here. About the size of a shoebox. John's a sneakerhead. I stoop down, holding my phone closer. It's addressed to John via Harvard. It says it's from someplace called the Theosophical Society of Massachusetts. I peel back the folded cardboard. Just a whole bunch of packing peanuts and a letter. I wonder why it's red down. Probably have read through enough people's mouths to know. I wonder why it's down here in the dark. I stand up and I unfold the letter, holding the phone over it so I can read. Hi John, been a while. Funny how ever since you knocked up that lawyer, we never hear from you. Almost like you forgot where you came from, huh? Your letter was unexpected. You're living in Coral Cove? I thought you were smarter than that, given what you learnt about that place when you were with us. Just gonna ask 2 things for you. 1, don't be a fucking idiot. Use this to write your paper or whatever you're doing, and send it back. 2, if you're stupid enough to live in Coral Cove, just do me a favour and stay out of the woods. I remember that witches have power over young women. Be careful who you're involved with this. I miss you. Haley Adwell. Theosophical Society of Massachusetts. P.S. I heard Bill sent you a letter, basically pretending he didn't know you. That must have hurt. I'm sorry. Oh, so we were like part of a super awesome society for people who are into witches and junk. Wow, she sounded mad. I wonder what she sent him. What did she send him? Maybe it's in the side. I walk over the side in the direction of the cool air. The carpet is filthy, dirt and stinking muds. Ah, not mud. Holy shit. There is a massive hole in the wall, torn into the clay, blowing icy air into the den. The carpet around it is torn up. Roots hang from the moist earth, curtaining the entrance. I walk up to the hole, lean down and hold up my phone. Wait, I peer deeper. Oh, fuck. Fuck me. I reach out and pluck a torn bit of cloth that's clinging to one of the roots. It's fabric from Bailey's superhero pajamas. If Bailey is actually down there, fuck my life. Well, I guess we're gonna save him. I hold my phone close and get onto my hands and knees, gritting my teeth against the cold. I crawl into the passage. My breathing is short, ragged. The walls of the passage brush against my sides, my free hand clawing at the earth and dragging me forward. Can't believe I'm doing this. I keep going. The tunnel turns and twists. A steady stream of water is trickling in. Oof. This is spooky. Running in a little river between my knees. I'm back the way I came. I grunt, grabbing a thick root and hoisting myself up a steeper passage. Bailey. Sighing, I pull myself all the way up. The air is cooler up here. Bailey, you little shit. Why are we... Fuck, don't be mean about it. I keep going. I can see the opening. Minutes later, I push through freshly turned earth, my hands reaching out and grabbing the forest floor. I drag myself out of the hole, panting, laying on my back, covered in mud and sweat. The pines are all around us, ominous, needles falling about me in the wind. I'm gonna ask Leanne for the biggest raise when she gets home. I stand up, wiping the dirt from my face. I swallow, feeling my stomach turn and my mouth dry up as I look down at the hole I just crawled out of. It's right before a weathered granite headstone. Fuck this. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Maybe it's not real, it's just a rock, right? I lean forward, holding my phone up to the gravestone. It's so old. Words are half faded and half caked with moss. I can just barely read. Candace Elizabeth Wakely, 1669 to 1688. Faith without works is dead. I back away from the headstone. I start to call for Bailey, only taking my eyes off the grave when I can hardly see it anymore. I stamp through the forest, shivering, my voice aching from screaming Bailey's name. I can smell smoke on the air. Ahead, beyond the trees, is that a house? I walk closer, twisting and turning between the pines. Not a house, a cabin. I walk closer. The light from the open doorway hurts my eyes. With a shaky hand on the banister, I step up onto the porch. It stinks of mud and shit. Shit, not piss? Earth scents mixed with piss. Oh, there we go. Mixed with piss and the stench of a barn. But, my voice shakes as I walk inside. A wood fire in the corner is burning under a rusted steel pot. A pile of pelts lay in the corner, wolf skins and bear skins, mouldy and rotting. A table to my right is laden with pots and pans, packed with dirt and animal bones, bowls of herbs and shriveled squirrel corpses, and, that can't be. It's the missing knife from Leanne's kitchen. It's covered in blood. How did it? This makes no sense. Shaking, I reach out, fingers brushing the handle of the blade. I remember. I'd been standing on the porch, waving goodbye to Davis, the delivery guy who brought the ice cream. It was still light out. Bailey was so excited, jumping and running about my feet like a hungry cat. Don't worry, I chided him as we walked into the dining room. Uget to pick out. The flavors first, I promise. I want chocolate one. I guess it's full. And the one with vanilla. Sure. He said, grinning at me excitedly. Little hands clasping at the hem of my t-shirt. Alright, okay. Did you pick up your Legos? Fucking didn't. He bit his thumb, looked at me, shaking his head with a frown. You promised to pick up your Legos, right? He looked down, ashamed, nodding. When you be a good boy and pick up your Legos, you'll get ice cream, okay? He jumped, excited. Okay. I remember watching him run down the hall to his room, clad in his superhero pajamas. Then what happened? I'd put the ice cream down on the table and I'd screamed. There was a woman in the kitchen, naked, dirty. So dirty she looked hairy. Her hand, a mane of scraggly brown sticks. My cry caught in my throat. As quick as I'd seen the woman, she was gone. But I moved with a foreign compulsion. I strode purposefully into the kitchen, pulled the knife from the rack without a second glance, and then walked down the hall into Bailey's room. But it wasn't me, right? What I remember doing. But it was more like watching. I was a passenger in my own body. My hand was an ancient claw, grabbing him from behind, feeling his little wails reverberate through his throat against my hand, watching his little hand spill Lego all over the carpet. No, fuck it. Fuck that. Fuck it indeed. I didn't do that. I didn't. I dropped the knife on the cabin floor, shaking, hyperventilating. I fall to my knees, my face contorted in silent wails of torment. I didn't do it. Flashes before my eyes, my wet blood on my hands, trudging through the forest mud as the sun began to set. A limp body dragging behind me, a little figure strung up between the trees, warm blood in my mouth, down my throat, the woman chanting, crying, cackling with glee. It wasn't me, she made me do it. The woman made me do it. It wasn't me. I collapsed on the floor, my phone slipping from my hand. I shudder at the sound of footsteps behind me, gentle, weightless. A hand on my shoulder, squeezing. Slowly I look up. The woman is naked, caked with dirt. Her skin is young, lush, pink, blonde hair messy about her face. Her soft lips peel back, fangs caked with blood. I clamp my eyes shut and scream. Outside, my cries are stifled by the pines swaying in the icy midnight wind. My pain is a moment. I'm tossed away. A life poisoned by age is useless. I rise up a moment later, lofty and alone, the trees tossing me this way and that. The pines brush back and forth, carrying the voice of a shrill choir barely heard, whispers of the innocence lost to the woods. The youth eaten by ancient things that stirs in the woods. The youth eaten by the ancient things that stirs in the woods above Coral Cove, and the voices from the choir shall be heard nevermore. Well, that was thoroughly spooky. I'm definitely not going to be able to sleep very well tonight. If you want to check out Whisperwood, you can check it out at the dumbbaby.zone. Until next time, I've been the Swamp King, and I'll see you soon. Bye.